Why do men stop texting? If you searched for "why men stop texting" and found this video, it's because you've probably noticed that that person who had a good conversation with you, sent you messages every day, just doesn't send them anymore. When this happens, several doubts usually arise. Am I no longer interesting to him? Why did he disappear all of a sudden? What did I do wrong? There are many reasons why a man stops texting a woman. You might be right to think that he has completely lost interest in you, but that could also be because he's been busy working so hard and maybe he's not allowed to hold his cell phone while he works. 1. He is really busy. It may even seem like a lie, but certain companies require their employees to work without contact with their cell phones. This can be understood if he stopped texting for a few hours, but you should think about other possibilities if he hasn't texted for several days, although it's possible he's on a work assignment for a while, but it's unlikely he doesn't even have an hour to communicate with family and friends. So if he doesn't have 5 minutes in a normal 24-hour day to answer you, be aware that this might not be the right person for you. 2. He lost interest in talking to you. This is the common thought among the various women who find themselves in this situation. In fact, this may be the most common reason a man stops texting a woman. When a man loses complete interest in a woman, his main desire is to try to push her away from him in order to leave his way free for him to find another woman, or stay with another, if he has already found one. You can be sure of this if he stopped texting without giving any reason, but remains active on social media and chats with others. He often has time during the day to talk, but he doesn't view your messages but don't reply to them. Well, I think in that case his silence is already an answer for you. Men are bad at dumping women. They don't like drama and prefer to ignore you until you give up on it. Anyway, in the sign of his disinterest, reciprocate and disappear. You deserve more than that. 3. He is upset about something you did or said to him. Several men turn away from anyone who says something that seems offensive to them or offends their sensitivity in any way. You may not have realized it, but it's possible that you said something like that to him, or did something that he thought was wrong, but couldn't find a way to tell you. It is a fact that everyone has their own way of interpreting other people's words and actions. Understand that a number of issues can lead a person to withdraw from others, such as depression or sad memories of the past. However, if you reminded him of his past problems or unpleasant situations, that might be the reason why he stops texting you. 4. He's in a new relationship. That might also be possible. If he can't call you or text you and he does it without giving you any reason, maybe it's because he's in a new relationship and can't find ways to tell you, which is very common nowadays. You will be sure of this if does not respond to your messages, but seems to be interested in another. He also doesn't answer your calls or takes and talks coolly. He no longer sends messages, nor does he want to know how you are doing and how his behavior could harm your relationship. 5. He's in trouble. You might be upset that he stopped texting you, but have you thought about the possibility that he's in trouble? Perhaps he has lost his cell phone, or is having connection problems. It is important to consider this before taking action to avoid doing or saying what he shouldn't and causing even more problems. But it's also important to be aware of the time, because if he really had a problem, he certainly won't take long to inform you in any other way, even if it's by letter or by any other means. Nowadays there are several means of communication available, if he cannot solve the problem in time. What to do when the man stops texting? Look for ways to talk to him. Dialogue is always the best way to solve problems like this. If it really bothers you and they weren't like that and it changed out of nowhere, you can be honest and ask why he just doesn't text you anymore. Avoid appearing jealous, no matter how much your boyfriend is Do not send dozens of messages at the same time saying even what is not convenient, especially if you don't know why he stopped sending messages to you. Remember that this can lead to regret after he explains everything to you. You might be wrong to think that he is with someone else and that's why he stopped texting you. This is a common thought among jealous women, but you should avoid thinking this way, even if you are so jealous, as this is not always interpreted in the best way by men. Bottom line, why men stop texting. The reasons are countless and only your man could tell us for sure. But make sure a good relationship is light and easy. If you're feeling bad about what he's doing, the best thing to do is get away from him for a while. If there's really a connection between you, he will miss you and will look for you. But go on with your life, go out with your friends, do some hobbies and distract your mind. If you are meant to be together, you will, and fate will take care of that. I know it's hard. I've been through this situation myself. Human beings tend to value and love those who value themselves. I know it's painful for us to be ignored, it's cruel and unfair. But you are wonderful and deserve to be treated with respect. Love yourself, cherish yourself, and everything will work out.